Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Thomas Lord Cromwell, and we get to hear from the first merchant today in Act 4, Scene 3. It's a real short scene. There's a first merchant and a second merchant, but I'm presuming that there's more merchants in London than just the two of them. But anyway, the stuff that has led up to this, Cardinal Wolsey is dead, and Cromwell said that he did not align with Wolsey's politics. So Cromwell has very much established himself as a good guy and the sort of person who helps people and does the right thing. In Act 4, Scene 2, he saw a man that he owed £4 to and repaid that money and then vowed to give him £4 a year for the rest of his life. All of this sort of stuff. He was reunited with his dad. There's going to be a great big dinner. And then we saw also that Friscobald has fallen on rough times, but Bannister, who was gifted all of Bagot's things, is now doing quite well. So he's able to pay Friscobald back the £1,000 that he owes him. And everybody was going to go in and eat dinner with Cromwell and just sort of get along, except the new Bishop of Winchester really doesn't like Cromwell, nor does Norfolk. So they are sort of plotting to undo him, but we don't have full details on that plot yet because Cromwell is still very much in the king's favor, so they need to be a little bit careful. Anyway, Act 4, Scene 3, we're on a street somewhere near Cromwell's house, and we've got these two merchants, and they're chatting. They've each loaned some money to Bannister, but neither of them is worried about getting it back because, Bannister's doing well right now. And the second merchant says to the first, he's like, why is it that all of Cromwell's men wear such long coats? And the first merchant says, I will resolve you, sir, and thus it is. The Bishop of Winchester that loves not Cromwell, as great men are envied as well as less. A while ago, there was a jar between them, and it was brought to my Lord Cromwell's ear that Bishop Garnier would sit on his skirt. Upon which word, he made his men long blue coats, and in the court wore one of them himself. And meeting the bishop, quoth he, My lord, here's skirt enough now for your grace to sit on. Which vexed the bishop to the very heart. This is the reason why they wear long coats. So this is just punny, silly pettiness is what it is he's describing why Cromwell's men wear long blue coats. It's because a while ago there was a fight between the bishop and Cromwell. In this particular context, jar means fight. So there was a jar between them. There was a fight or a disagreement or an argument of some sort between them. And the bishop said that he was going to sit on Cromwell's skirt, which is some sort of an insult. So Cromwell, being like crafty with words, got long blue coats for all of his men and wore one himself so that he could lay it out and say, here's plenty of skirt for you to sit on. So it's a very passive aggressive, okay, you say you're going to do this to me? Go for it. Go ahead. I dare you. Go ahead. Sit on my skirt kind of thing. So which obviously irritated the bishop quite a bit, and that's why they wear long coats. So then the two merchants are like, oh, those silly rich people, let's just go on about our business, and that's the end of Act 4, Scene 3. So not a lot of plot development in Act 4, Scene 3, but reinforcing that Cromwell and the new Bishop of Winchester, Garnier, do not get along, and maybe things are starting to escalate a little bit between them. So anyway, come on back tomorrow for more, and we will see how it all lays out. Mwah.